the after hour where whispers come alive. Pull up a seat and let your secrets glow. Lean it closer like what's hidden inside. Ooh, this is your confession show. Where desire finds a voice tonight.
Welcome back to After Hours Anonymous Podcast. I'm your host, Luna Hart. Here, the truth sounds different. After midnight, tonight's question is simple. Is it closure or disruption? There is a strange kind of timing in life, not the kind you can track on a clock, but the kind you only recognize when it's already too late. Because sometimes, just when you finally start breathing again, just when the weight starts to lift, just when you begin to forget their name in your everyday thoughts, they come back. And they never come back when everything is still falling apart. No, they return when you've done the work, when you've rebuilt your peace, when your mornings feel lighter and your nights are finally quiet. That's when they appear, like a memory that learned how to text you back. Tonight's confession came in without warning. No name, no signature, just a voice note that felt too familiar to ignore. I'll let you hear it exactly how it came in.
I didn't expect to hear from them again. It had been months, maybe longer, long enough that I stopped checking my phone, long enough that their name didn't feel heavy anymore. I was finally okay. Not perfect, but okay. Then one night, I saw their name pop up again. No warning, no explanation, just, hey. And it was so simple, but it felt like everything came rushing back at once. The memories, the conversations, the version of me that used to wait for them. I stared at the message longer than I should have. Part of me wanted to ignore it, pretend I never saw it, protect the peace I worked so hard to build. But another part of me, the part I thought I had already healed, still cared. And before I could stop myself, I responded.
That's the part no one talks about. It's not just that they come back. It's that something in you still knows how to receive them. Even after everything. Even after the healing. Even after you promised yourself you were done. We like to believe closure is clean. That endings stay ended. That people don't circle back once the story's over. But real life, isn't that discipline? Some people don't leave your life completely. They just step out long enough for you to become someone they miss. And then they return. Not because they're new, but because you are. And that's where it gets complicated. Because they don't come back to who you were when they left. They come back to who you are now. And suddenly, you're not just dealing with them. You're dealing with the version of you that almost forgot how much they used to mean. So, let's be honest about what this really is. It's not always closure, and it's not always love. Sometimes it's disruption dressed as nostalgia. A reminder of a chapter you already closed, but didn't fully lock. And now it's standing in your doorway again, asking if it can come in just for a moment. Just to talk, just to check in, just to see how you've been. But nothing they say exists in a vacuum, because every word they send reopens something you spent months learning how to quiet. Here's what I need you to sit with tonight. When they come back, is it actually them you're responding to? Or the version of you that existed when they still had access to your softness? Because sometimes what feels like unfinished love is really just unfinished identity. Not everyone who returns is meant to stay, and not every feeling that reawakens is meant to be followed. Some people come back just to show you how far you've actually come and how easily you could forget it if you let them stay too long. So, if they came back at the wrong time, maybe the question isn't whether it's fate. Maybe the question is whether you're willing to undo your healing for something that already proved it couldn't stay, because not everything that returns is meant to be reopened. Some things come back just to see if you've learned how to let them go. For real this time. And maybe tonight, that answer is yours. This is After Hours Anonymous Podcast, where timing says everything, even when no one says a word, where the things we revisit say more about us than the people we miss. If this felt familiar, it probably was. Good night. And remember, not everything that returns deserves a place in your life.
After Hours Alone. When the night winds call your name and the city sleeps in silent haze, we're the whispers in the static frame, guiding thoughts through moonlit mazes. Stay a while until the dawn, find the truth in every hidden song. You're not lost when you're here alone. After hours you still belong.